What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys another episode of my fantasy sports podcast. Today we got not so big of a slate due to some day games. I'm obviously going to be talking about the main slate tonight, though. There's some good pitching out there to pick from, and definitely some good value to come by. So it's going to be fun just diving right into the slate and suggesting a couple of guys for you to look at for tonight's slate. Before we get into that, I just want to do a quick announcement. We got the U.S. Open tomorrow morning. I'll have two lineups on my site later on today, probably towards the evening. Just go to the golf season to get them. Cash and GPP lineups, I'll have both. We did pretty well in this tournament last year. Looking to capitalize again. I already have my eye on a few guys that I'm really high on today. Also, we got the World Cup starting up Friday morning as well. So get in my DM group for that. It's only $20 for the entire tournament. It's mainly just to get people involved, chatting about it. It's going to be a fun group to be a part of. So just message me about that as well. About tonight's slate, the pitching, it's really just the top two guys, in my opinion. There's really no one else to trust on the slate. You got Garrett Cole in Oakland against a pretty beat-up Athletics team. And you got Trevor Bauer at Chicago against a pretty beat-up White Sox team. Both guys in great spots. You really just got to pick your poison here. Trevor Bauer has been so hot. It's really tough not to pick him against the White Sox. But just 10,200 is just a high price for him. I would say he needs to prove himself, but he's done that really all year long. I would never think about picking him over Garrett Cole the way Cole has been pitching this year, but his recent performances have been unbelievable. If you look at those strikeouts, they really grab your eye. But Garrett Cole is right there with him for the year. 2.16 ERA, and he's been just about as consistent as anyone else. The big kicker here is that Trevor Bauer is $1,600 cheaper than Garrett Cole. So you really got to decide on which guy you want to go with. If you're a guy that likes to stack GPP teams, you got to just get exposure to both of them. There's really no one else on the slate I really trust a bunch. So just really keep your energy towards Cole and Bauer when picking your pitchers on this slate tonight. For the bats, my favorite game to stack, most likely, not because it's necessarily the best offensive game, but it's the best valued offensive game. The guys in the Cincinnati-Kansas City game are better value than any other guys on this slate. There's some cheap guys you can really spend down on, and this is a pretty high projected total game. One of the guys you should look at, again, it's really early in the day, so I don't know the lineups, but Tucker Barnhart's been batting second for the Reds quite consistently lately. He is a catcher. He may have the day off today, but I don't know. He probably shouldn't. He hit a homer last game. 2,400 is a really cheap price. He's a switch hitter, so he'll have the lefty-righty matchup against Jason Hamill. Hamill has just not been great at all season long. 2-6 with a 5.12 ERA. So if Barnhart's in the lineup, definitely load the cannons on him at that low $2,400 salary. And staying in the same game, I'm looking at Whit Merrifield at 3,200 at second base. He is by far the best value play at second today. He'll probably be leading off in this game. He's been in a little bit of a slump as of late. Slump fantasy point wise. If you look at his hits, he still has hits in his last 4 games. So average wise, he's doing fine, batting 290. But he hasn't really been loading up the fantasy points as of late. But we all know he can do it. He's a small second baseman that can actually hit for power, and he can steal bases. In a high total game like this, Merrifield's a great play at 3,200, being the table setter for the Kansas City Royals. He's also got a great matchup against Tyler Mahle, I think it is, or Mahle. He hasn't been great either. 4.33 ERA so far this season. Another guy you should be looking at who has a great lefty-righty matchup is Rhys Hoskins. He's at home today against Tyler Anderson. Anderson isn't the best pitcher either. The left-hander against Hoskins being the right-hander. I love picking the lefty-righty matchups. Righties just always hit lefties better. It's just a proven statistic. Unless, some individual players have a weird split where they hit righties better. But generalizing everything, Rhys Hoskins is in a good spot today at home. Philly's projected to score a good amount of runs as well. 3,400 is actually a pretty cheap price. He hasn't been back to his normal price since his injury. First few games off of his injury, he was actually at 3,000. FanDuel didn't really update his salary. When he's going right, he's a guy that can easily creep up towards 4,000 in salary. So buy low on the Rhys Hoskins stock today while you can. Last guy I'm going to mention, again, I'm trying to mention some low salary guys just because I normally do so, but especially for the occasion today where you want to pick the stud pitchers, you're not going to have much money to go around for the offensive players. Another guy I'm staying cheap today, guy in the Yankees. Yankees are expected to score the most runs on the slate as of now, and I'm loving the table setter on this team. Brett Gardner leading off. His price is the cheapest Yankee price out there today. And batting in the leadoff spot, always a good time to spend down. He's got a great lefty matchup tonight against Eric Fed. I mean, these pitchers have the fucking craziest last names. I'm pretty good with names, but I don't even know how you say that. Is it Fed? Fetty? I mean, what? I've never seen that name before in my life. But anyways, he's got a 4.76 ERA. Gardner should be able to take advantage of this. If the Yankees are scoring like they're projected, they could easily get Gardner up 5 times, rotate through that lineup a bunch. And at home, you got that short park or that short porch there in the Bronx. Gardner could easily slap a home run down the right field line without an issue. So that's going to sum it up, guys. I'm hoping you watch this video, drop a like on it, subscribe, comment if you have any questions, and make sure to get on the golf and soccer this week. It's going to be an exciting end of the week here. So until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off.